I'm Maria Brown, welcome back. Well, today we're working on sweet treats. Now remember, hit that subscribe button. Okay, come on, let's go get started. Just preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Take a cookie sheet and put either some parchment paper on it or spray some cooking oil on it. Put the nuts kind of in a single layer and pop them in the oven for about 5 minutes until they just start to darken a little bit. And then they're going to be so much better. Chop up the pecans into big pieces. Okay, that's roughly chopped. They're still pretty big pieces. We want them chunky. You're going to need a couple of cookie sheets and put some wax paper on top of that. Now this is 2 packages of caramel. Each package is 11 ounces. To each package you're going to add 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. So I have 2 packages in here. I'm adding 1 cup and I'm going to melt those together. Now that the water is on a low boil, I'm going to put the caramel right on top and we're going to let this melt. Just keep stirring that caramel until it's completely melted. At first it seems like it's never going to melt, but then it starts breaking down. Now this is almost ready. There's still some chunks in it. That is starting to look delicious. Once that's completely melted, take it off of the heat and pour it into your dipping container. And then we're going to start dipping our pretzels. Now the fun begins. Now we're just going to take our dipping container and our pretzel. We're going to dip the pretzel in. Bring the caramel as close to the edge as you can so you get quite a bit of the pretzel rod covered, and then just scrape a little bit off the bottom, just a little. You don't want that to puddle too much. And let that dry, and then we're going to do the next one. Okay, just keep going. I've got 4 done already, and that's only taken me a minute, if that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish that. Now these have to absolutely dry completely. And now I'm going to dip these again in caramel. And once that's dried again, then I'm going to dip them in chocolate. These have all been double dipped, and now it's time to let them dry again. These have dried nicely on the top, but the back is still a little bit sticky. So I'm just going to pull them up, put the other side on the bottom to let the top dry. I'm going to melt the chocolate. I put it in a heat-proof bowl and I'm going to put it over this small pot. I've put about 1 inch of water in there. I'm going to bring the water up to a simmer and then I'll put the pot right on top, and that should only take 3 minutes to melt. You can take the chocolate off when it's still a wee bit lumpy, when you can still see a little bit of the chips in there, because the heat from the chocolate's just going to melt the rest of it. And this is when you want to take it off. Now that our caramel has dried completely, we're going to take our chocolate, put it in a deep cup or in any dipping container that's quite deep. You want to be able to coat as much as you did before. And just dip this in. If you lay it down a little bit, you can get it further up. Shake off any extra. And again, just scrape off the tiniest little bit because that's going to puddle when you put it down. And put that right down onto your wax paper and then go to the next one. While the chocolate is still wet, go ahead and sprinkle on some pecans. Put them on generously. If you want to, you can go and, put some right on spots that you might have missed, depending on how much coating you want. Now just let those dry. Just take a look at those. They are incredible. Leave comments below and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching.